Welcome to this episode of She's All Books. Come and hang out for book reviews, bookish content, and nostalgic vibes. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Hello, welcome to this episode of She's All Books. Here with me today is Darlene Rodriguez, author of Tattooed Hearts, coming out April 16th. Darlene is a contemporary romance author of books with slow burns. Thanks for joining us, Darlene. Would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Darlene Rodriguez.
Awesome. And we are so lucky to have you. Today, your book comes out April 16th. We're going to dive in to all things Tattooed Hearts. We're going to learn about some of the other books you have out in your Rainer Brothers series. That is not complete yet, so we still have 2 more books coming out in that series as well. Mm-hmm. I am going to kick us off with our questions using my favorite nostalgic game of Paper Fortune Teller. This is going to guide our conversation. We're going to deep dive into your books and you as a person, as an author. For those of you viewing this, if you're not sure what a paper fortune teller is and you're wondering what I'm holding up, this is a fun throwback game from the 90s, early 2000s, made with paper origami. And on the outside, which you might not be able to really see well, we have 4 colors written on here. So we have pink, blue, green, and orange. And then on the inside, we have numbers. And under each number flap, there are questions for Darlene. We're going to do it. I ask her which color. She tells me a number. I read that question just for time purposes. But there's many ways you can play this game. If you played it a different way, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear how you used a paper fortune teller. All right, Darlene, are you ready to get going?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. The colors are orange, pink, blue, or green. Which would you like to choose?
So we're going to go with the color that the book is, and that's pink.
What was that?
Pink.
Pink. Awesome. All right. Pink. Your number choices are 1, 2, 5, or 6.
6.
6. All right. Question number 6. What is something about the book community that surprised you, whether it's about being an author or about the readers on Bookstagram? What is something that surprised you?
Something that surprised me was how welcoming the community is. Just because in general in life, sometimes people aren't that welcoming. And just to feel like you belong somewhere, it just made it all
It is a
better.
Really welcoming community, and one of the things that really drew me into this community was how welcoming even the indie authors are. They're always wanting to talk about their books and are approachable. So I love the part of the community where I get to connect with you and other readers, and we get to fan out about these awesome books. Awesome. All right. Your color options again are pink, orange, blue, or green.
Blue.
Blue. Awesome. BLUE. And your numbers are 3, 4, 7, or 8.
3.
3. All right. Question number 3. What are 3 things that the readers probably do not know about you?
Let's see. I'm pretty open about a lot of things in my life. But I guess something that readers probably don't know about me is that number 1, I used to want to be a ballerina.
I love it.
I was 3 years old. But I wanted to be a ballerina. Let's see. Number 2 is I have a obsession with fictional worlds and characters, which I think is obvious because I write books and I read, but I get very, very hooked in the worlds and characters where sometimes they become my personality.
Same, yes. I can imagine writing them, but as a reader, I'm like obsessed and I'm not ready to say bye to them. So I imagine it's even harder being an author when you get sucked into that world.
It's a little bit of both. Like, as an author, yes, it is, which is like why, well, my number three thing. I'll let that be my number three thing. But as a reader, when I'm reading, I have to get every book in the series because I get very attached to the world and I want to know about those side characters and all that stuff. So that's that. And number three that readers probably don't know is that all of my books are actually connected in the same universe.
Awesome. I
And
love that.
that's because I'm obsessed with the world and I can't just like go off and venture out into like a actual real standalone. I want to stay in this world and have these other characters come back and like, make guest appearances and stuff.
I love that. I love series that I don't have to completely say goodbye to the characters as it moves on to other characters. So I love that it stays in the same universe. Awesome. All right. Same color choices: green, blue, orange, or pink.
We'll do orange.
Orange. Okay. ORANGE. Your number choices are 1, 2, 5, and 6. You haven't chosen 1 or 2, but you did choose question 6 before, right? Or was it 5?
Yeah.
6. Okay.
2.
2. Perfect. All right. Question number 2. What are your favorite tropes to read, and what are your favorite tropes to write?
Okay.
There's no wrong answer with this.
My favorite tropes to read are slow burn, enemies to lovers, because the tension is just so good. Forced proximity, and is dark romance a trope or no? It's more of a genre.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And why choose? I do like why choose. I don't read it a lot, but I like why choose. And then tropes that I like to write are forced proximity, slow burn, and I write also enemies to lovers, but I haven't gotten there just yet. But I like enemies to lovers.
Awesome. Very nice. Great tropes. I have not met many tropes that I don't love, but all those are tropes I always gravitate towards. All right. Your color, I almost said number. Color choices are still orange, pink, blue, or green.
We'll go with green because I haven't chosen green.
Right. Green. And your number options are 1, 2, 5, or 6, but really just 1 or 5.
5.
Okay. Question number 5 is, can you tell us a little bit about Tattooed Hearts that releases today, April 16th, without giving away any spoilers? Tell us about this awesome book.
So Tattooed Hearts is about Cassius. He is a tattooed artist who has sworn off of love for the sake of his business. And his sister decides to surprise him with a roommate who he happened to have a one-night stand with 6 months ago.
Nice. I love the one night stand micro trope. It's like one of my favorites. It always brings great surprise to the book and then lots of fun tension.
There's a lot to the book. Other than that, general description of it, there's a lot to the story that, not giving away anything, but the female main character is a character who has a disability. She has a disability called TAR syndrome, which is a disability that I have. And I grew up, feeling like I was an outcast or like I was different because of the way that, society kind of treats people who are different and have disabilities. So when I wrote Tattooed Hearts, I really wanted to express all of that, where like whoever ends up reading Tattooed Hearts, I want them to feel like they belong somewhere, and that was the whole point of writing this book.
That is awesome. And I was reading through a lot of the ARC reviews for this book, and that was like one of the things I kept seeing, is that people like just loved the representation that was in there. In my personal opinion, there are not enough books that have that disability rep in them. So I love that this book is out now for people to read and to connect with and to feel that sense of belonging. I think you did an amazing job with that. So thank you for sharing that with us. Awesome. All right. Ready for the next one? Or was there anything else you wanted to add? Yep. Okay.
No, I'm ready for the next one.
Okay. Orange, pink, green, or blue?
We'll go back to pink.
Pink. Awesome. PINK. Your number options now are only number 1 in this cluster of numbers. So we answered the other ones. Number 1. Sound good to you? All right. Question number 1. When readers, you kind of just touched on this. This okay. When readers pick up your books, any of your books, the Rainer Brother books, the Tattooed Heart book, what do you want them to feel when they open these books, which you did just touch on? But anything else?
Other than wanting them to feel like they belong, I want them to feel like, regardless of whatever you're going through, if it's a heartbreak or maybe you just don't feel like you love yourself for whatever reason, that love is out there. Love is out there. Love is waiting for you. Even if you don't want it, in some cases, love is out there waiting for you.
Awesome. I love that. Okay. 1. We have 3 left.
Orange.
Orange. ORANGE. 3, 4, 7, or 8, but you already did 3. So 4, 7, or 8?
7.
7. Awesome. All right. Oops. Question number 7. Without any spoilers, if it's possible. I can always throw up a spoiler alert. What is your favorite part about Tattooed Hearts? Like, what was your favorite part either to write, or what is the favorite part of the book that just has stuck with you? Since it releases today, this is going to make people want to just run to it.
My favorite part, that is not really a spoiler, but kind of a spoiler, but not really, because it's in the back of the book anyways. It's in the blurb. So
Okay.
my favorite part of this book is the fact that Cassius. My favorite part of the book is that Cassius is so adamant about showing Melody how beautiful she is despite her disabilities. Like, he wants her to see that she is beautiful. He wants her to love herself because, she's worth it. She deserves to be loved.
So he knows her worth, and he's one of her biggest supporters and fans, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I love when an MMC is so not confident in himself that he's confident in her, but supportive and pushing for her to be respected. That is, I don't know if that's a micro trope, but I'm going to create it if it's not, and I love that. All right. Pink, orange, green, or blue?
Green.
Green.
I'm trying to remember which ones have the actual numbers.
It is okay. You can pick one every time. It's there's no rules. GREEN, and your number options are 8 or 4. Those are the 2 we have left.
We'll do 4.
4. Question number 4. Okay. What are the main tropes and micro tropes, if you can think of any. Kind of just talk about.
So the main tropes are one night stand, romance, disability rep, and cinnamon roll.
Love. Awesome. Any micro tropes that you can think of, or
I have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and slow burn. Sorry, slow burn was
Slow
also a
burn,
part of
yes.
that.
You are the queen of slow burn.
And micro tropes are that he buys her books.
Ooh,
He
kind of
puts
my
her hair
heart.
in a ponytail.
Nice.
He gets tattoos for her. And those are all that I can think of right now.
Awesome. Perfect. All right. Those are awesome tropes and micro tropes. And we're going to do the last round, even though I'm going to have to tell you what number to pick.
Okay.
Here we go. Orange, pink, green, or blue?
Orange.
Orange. Orange. And you have to pick question number 8.
Number 8.
There we go. Okay. This is a tough one, I feel like. Maybe not. Okay. How would you thinking tattooed hearts here. I'm trying to like word this the right way. Is there a 90s or early 2000s like millennial nostalgic song or show that you would match this to?
Erased by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love that song. And yes, I can totally see that.
Specifically the chorus. But yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Very nice. That wasn't hard at all.
No.
All right, so we are done with our paper fortune teller part of this. Thank you so much for answering those questions. I had a blast. Anytime I can play this, it just gives me like all of the nostalgic feels. Thank you for playing along. So now we are at the segment of this episode where you have to pick a game out of 3 throwback nostalgic options. And they will all have like a bookish twist to them and appropriate for all audiences. So your options are MASH, Never Have I Ever. MASH. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blinking. The Truth or Dare, and it is Never Have I Ever, right? Yes, it is Never Have I Ever. Why am I blanking on that so bad? I just read a book where they were playing Never Have I Ever in the book. And I'm like, wait, am I like trying to just like project this book into the world? No. Okay, so those are your 3 choices. MASH, Never Have I Ever, or Truth or Dare. All with a bookish twist.
Let's go with Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare. Awesome. So the way we're going to play Truth or Dare is I will start off by asking you Truth or Dare. We'll go back and forth 3 times. And it's all going to be bookish related. So any questions before we start? Okay, we will just roll with it, and it's going to be a blast. And I can always help you if you have I can think of some for you to ask me if we need to.
Okay, cool.
So, Darlene, you are first. Truth or Dare?
Dare.
Dare. All right. So I know currently you are writing books 3 and 4 for the Rayner Brothers series.
Mm-hmm.
I dare you, I've used this one before, I dare you to include some sort of nostalgic-y 90s or early 2000s thing in it, whether it's like a song reference or any type of reference you can think of in the book you're writing.
I think actually I already have done that.
Perfect. That's like the easiest dare ever. All right, I'll have to think of like an even more challenging one next time. All right.
Okay.
And you get to ask me now.
Okay. Truth or Dare?
Truth or Dare? I'll pick Dare since you started us strong. I'm just gonna not be a wimp.
I dare you to read your least favorite trope.
To read what?
your least favorite trope.
Oh, my
So,
least favorite trope. Okay, so right now, not that I absolutely dislike this trope. My least favorite trope that I've been getting into lately has been like I'm having a hard time getting into like reverse harem. I've read reverse harem that I love, but I have just like not been in the mood for it. So for you, I will read and finish a reverse harem book. Is there a specific one you want me to read?
no, but it can include a whole bunch of other tropes that you like, so that way it can make it easier.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good. I'll do it. Yay. All right. The last time somebody dared me to read a book, I just posted the review for it yesterday. So I followed through on my dares. Okay, truth or dare?
I'll do truth this time.
Truth. Tell the truth. How long did it take you to write Tattooed Hearts?
Technically it took me 30 days because I did it for NaNoWriMo.
Gosh. Wow.
But the process to actually like think about the story, and I had like my writing process is like a little bit out of the ordinary because scenes come to me like a movie in my head, so I have to write them like that.
Got it.
So I'll write like little scenes in my notes, and like the characters will come out and all that stuff, and I'll kind of do like Pinterest boards and music playlists and all that stuff for the stories. So that kind of that would have taken me a couple months.
Okay, got
So
it. So the actual writing
about
took like
6
30
months.
days.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, but the whole process took like 6 months with like the preparation type stuff. Got it.
Mhm.
That is awesome. I'm always like shocked at how quickly people can write books because I feel like for me it would take me like a year to write a book.
Yeah.
How
My
many
next
pages is Tattooed Hearts?
uh
Got
I
that
can
beautiful
tell
book.
you it fell. This is the book. It is 241 pages.
Wow, that is awesome. Very impressive. All right, now it's your turn to ask me.
Truth or dare?
I'll pick truth.
If you could choose one of your book boyfriends to be your real life boyfriend, which one would it be?
Ooh, okay. Um, Good question. I right now can't stop thinking about Cameron from I can't think of his last name from For the Plot. He was just unlike any other book boyfriend, and I think that's why he's still in my mind. So currently, if I had to pick one, now this would change frequently, but currently it would be him. I would make him my real boyfriend for sure. All right. However, Cassian is something like he might be a very, very big runner-up. Okay. I just have a weakness for a man who's like the girl's number one fan. Truth or dare?
Go with truth again.
Truth again?
Yeah.
Okay. How? Okay. I'm gonna kind of like piggyback off of what you just did. Tell the truth. If you could only pick one of the main male characters in your books to be your favorite, which one would it be?
Sebastian.
Who
He's
is
not
it?
even a main character. He's
Oh,
a side character.
a side character. Awesome.
Yeah. His name is Sebastian Rayner. He's book number 4.
Okay, so we're gonna meet him soon.
Yeah. He's a side character in book 1 of the
But we're gonna
Rayner
like
series.
really get to know him soon.
Yeah, you're really gonna get to know him soon because he's in book 1 as a side character. He's also in book 2 as a side character, possibly book 3 as well. But yeah, his main book is book 4, and I adore him. He is like, it's the banter and the fact that like he's so rude. He's so rude and sarcastic, but like underneath it all, he's like actually very, very soft and sweet.
Love it. I love it. That like describes like, I don't know if that's like a red flag about me, but like that describes like all of the things I look for in an MMC. Like I want him to almost be like a jerk to everyone else, but like a sweetheart to the FMC, and the banter. Oh my gosh. If somebody says to me, Jordan, you need to read this book because the banter is amazing, like I will instantly just like start it because I'm all about the banter.
I love banter. Banter. I have it in the first book of the Rainer series, which is Reckless Sin. There's some in Irresistible Desire, but definitely in Sebastian's book because he goes back and forth with the female main character because it is enemies to lovers.
Right. Got it. Okay. Well, Sebastian, I'm coming for you when you are out. All right. And then now it's your turn to ask me.
Truth or dare?
I will pick truth again.
This is hard. Okay. Out of traditionally published books, which one is your favorite?
Okay. Out of like indie books, which one's my favorite?
Traditional books.
Oh, traditional books, which one's my favorite? Oh, okay.
There's a whole bunch of like, I know, traditional and indie author books, but I
Yes.
thought that traditional would be a little bit easier.
Yes. Okay. I guess like I'll choose one that I think about frequently. And that is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I read it like years ago, and I think that's a traditionally published book.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm pretty sure she is now. And that ending is just one that like I continue to think about. So I feel like if it has that much real estate in my brain, then you probably are like one of the like top books.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say for sure Verity. Because I sometimes just get in a mood for a good twist and turn, and when I can like actually get like surprised with it. Sometimes I don't want any twist. Like sometimes I'm like, please no. Like I just want to be able to like read a book and enjoy it without the stress of a twist. But when I want a twist, like I want it to be like shocking me. Like I think that one was the first book I read where I was like, oh my gosh, I did not see that twist coming.
I have a recommendation for you.
Okay, good. What is it? I would love it.
You should read. Is it Delectable Lies? I think it's Delectable Lies. I think that's what it's called. From Shauna Mareed. Mareed, I think is how she pronounces it. I might be pronouncing it wrong.
Okay.
But Shauna Mareed.
I will read it.
Delectable Lies. It's
Delectable Lies.
It's a series. It's
okay.
3 books. But the ending of that book to get to the second book
is like
I did not believe like what was happening at the end of that book. And then I'm gonna warn you though, because Shauna has a way of making you feel so many emotions. So as you go through that series, you're gonna cry and you're gonna throw your Kindle.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm ready. I'm gonna buckle up. I'm gonna dive in. I love a good book recommendation. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was fun. Thanks for entertaining me with Truth or Dare. I have I like to end these with a very, very important question for my authors, and it changes for each one.
Okay.
And my question for you is, did you watch Dawson's Creek?
I want to say I
well, then
did,
I'm
but I
gonna
don't.
I'm gonna pick a different one. Let me think. How about this? Tell me what shows you might have watched like in the early 2000s.
I watched Charmed. I didn't really watch Supernatural because at the time I thought it was scary. That first season.
Yes, yeah.
So I watched Charmed. I watched I don't really remember what I watched. Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I know I watched like telenovelas, but like they were Spanish telenovelas.
I can pick a different question. It's no problem. How about, okay, I have one. Okay, my question for you is, if you had to choose between Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, which one would you choose?
Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera. And why do you choose Christina? There's no wrong answer.
She has a very powerful voice, and
Very. Yes.
whenever she sings, you can actually you can feel her emotion
Yes.
throughout her songs and
Yes.
her music. And like I like to sing. I like to sing karaoke on Thursdays all the time.
Nice.
So music has been a part of my life since I was a kid. I actually used to, like, my family would tell me all the time, like, oh, you should be a singer, you should be a singer. That didn't happen, and that's not gonna ever happen. But I
You never know.
appreciate music, and I love music and the lyrics and the powerful way that words can, portray emotion and make you feel. And I think that also resonates with like why I like books and stories so much.
Yes.
But
And
yeah,
I feel like
I
a
like
lot
to
of
sing
times we
anywhere.
connect songs and music to books when we read them, or at
Mhm.
least I do. Like I feel like even if there's not like a playlist included at the front of the book, like I'm always connecting what I'm reading to songs.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, and that's very impressive with the karaoke singing, because one thing you will not ever find me doing is singing karaoke. Now I will watch it, I will drink to it, I will enjoy it, but for your sake and others, I will not participate in karaoke. But I'm always envious of those who do. It's
To
a
be
lot of fun.
fair,
Yeah.
I have I have anxiety in general, but like I have really bad stage fright.
Oh yeah, same. I will shake.
So actually going on stage and doing the karaoke is a lot for me,
Yes.
but it's something that I do to get myself out of my comfort zone and like actually, you know, be out there even though I'm nervous and like sweating. I get up there and I'm like, okay.
It's almost therapeutic. I feel like it's like a good
Yeah.
exercise, especially like I can relate with anxiety and the stage fright. Oh my gosh. Like I always feel a rush after I have to like get up and talk in front of people and like speak in front of people. Like that definitely like it's an adrenaline crash, but also it was like kind of like, wow, I did it, like a therapeutic moment. So that's awesome. See, that's like 4 things we learned about you that I never knew. Thank you for sharing that. So you're a Christina Aguilera fan. I get it. I don't know if
I like
whoever was
Britney Spears
chosen-
too.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Yeah, but you're right. Christina Aguilera's voice is just extremely powerful. Okay. Darlene, thank you so much for joining me. I had a blast. This flew by so quickly. I had such a good time getting to know you, talking your books. I personally cannot wait for Sebastian's book. And I encourage everybody watching this to check out Tattooed Hearts. It came out today, April 16th. Make sure that's on your TBR. Darlene, can you tell them where they can find Tattooed Hearts or any of your books and where they can connect with you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find all of my books on Amazon. They are also in Kindle Unlimited, so if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free on there. My socials are at Darlene. No, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
My socials are at author Darlene Rodriguez on both TikTok and Instagram. On Facebook, you can find me at Darlene R. Writes. And my website is authordarlenerodriguez.com.
Awesome. And I will include all of those links in the caption of this video. So if you're trying to find Darlene or purchase any of her books, you can just use the links in this caption. That'll take you right to them and to her socials. Thank you again, Darlene. It was so fun. And I hope that you'll come back, especially when book 3 and 4 in the Rainer Brothers series comes out. I'd love to have you back on, and thank you for spending this time with me and chatting all things.
Thanks for watching this episode of She's All Books. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at She's All Books. If you're interested in appearing as a guest or partnership opportunities, please check out the links in the caption.